Hey everyone. I was watching a video from Coach Greg Adams, and I know what he meant by it, but he was talking about that love doesn't exist. And I know what he's talking about. He's talking about romantic love. But love does exist. The Bible says in John 15:13, no greater love. No one has a greater love than one that lays down his life for his friends. How many women do you know of that run into a hail of bullets to rescue someone? Run into a burning building to rescue people, to rescue a child. Do you know of any men that would go out into a turbulent ocean to rescue someone from a rip current? I personally know a friend of mine who was in the newspaper in Virginia who rescued someone from a rip current. He risked his life to save someone at a beach, him and his buddy. Countless stories I've heard of men risking their lives to save complete strangers, to save children that have been shot, were bleeding out, brought them to a safe place and stabilized them so they could live another day. That's love. Do women have that love nowadays? That they would give their very life, that they would give their life for someone else. That's not simping. That's love. That's a choice. And that's what I've always said. The love is not a feeling. It's not a feeling you have for someone. It's a choice. Yeah, you could stay outside of that burning building and be perfectly fine. Risk no smoke inhalation, risk no burns, and stay alive. But you choose those risks. You choose to accept those risks in order to prolong someone else's life or to save them. That, my friends, that, my brothers, is love. Someone who would take a bullet would lose their limbs in an explosion in Iraq or Afghanistan to save a brother, or to even save just a local citizen of that country. They don't even know them. But just to put someone on a higher level than yourself, that's respect, that's love for another person. And to straight up say that love doesn't exist, it does exist. It exists within men that I know of. It exists within myself. I had I had a Ford Explorer barreling down the road in front of my house. And they flipped that Ford Explorer. They flipped it right at my driveway. I grabbed my medical bag and I ran out there. I didn't care what the color of their skin was. I didn't care what their religion was. I didn't care what their sex was. I knew for myself that it was the right thing to do to help someone else in need. And I stabilized that one woman that was laying in the ditch. I stabilized her and her boyfriend, her husband, whoever. I checked him out until the EMS got there. And what I'm saying is that this life isn't just about us. It's about others. It's about what we do with our lives, how we can affect others. That's showing love for another person. How many women do you know of that do things like that on a regular basis? I'm sure there's plenty out there. I'm not saying that there isn't. But for the most part, I don't see it in headlines. Yeah, there's nurses, there's people that work in the ER. But they're doing their job. I'm talking about just doing it because it's the right thing to do. Doing it because it's another person in need. I'm asking questions. You know, a lot of people are narcissistic. A lot of people are just all about themselves. Like, who cares? F them, let them die kind of mindset. Well, that's not me. That's not how I operate. Yeah, I might not want to have anything to do with relationships with women. But if somebody's in need, if somebody's hurt, if somebody's in a dire circumstance, I think it's the right thing to do is to help another person when they desperately need it. I'm not talking about simping. I'm talking about showing love for another person. We need more of that in the world. Don't you think? It's just a thought. Any of y'all have any stories about showing love for another human being? Helping someone on the highway? Changing a tire? Just being a kind human being to other people? Y'all let me know in the comments. Let me know what kind of stories do you have? What kind of experiences do you have with other people showing love for another person? Because there's not a whole lot of that going around in the world. We need more of that. And I'm not talking about simping and just helping people to try to get brownie points, to try to score some vajayjay. I'm talking about just a human helping another because it's the right thing to do. Because you have compassion, you have empathy for others. I know a lot of people want to be the tough guy, they want to be the stoic individual, well, I only care about me, and people could be dying around me and I don't care. Come on, dude. It's not the way to be. It's not. Just have love for one another. Help one another when they desperately need it. Not just to be a crutch. Those are my thoughts. Give me some comments. Love you guys. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching my Shiite. It might not be that entertaining, but it's my thoughts. And it's my thoughts to you. I'm giving you what's in my brain. Y'all take it easy. Love you guys. Later.